every time we wake up. Recently, I was just reading a book and I just came across this particular quote, and that really fascinated me. And I think that's why we all must be grateful for waking up every morning. And because that's not a small thing, and that's why we must be grateful for that. Hi, everyone. I welcome all of you in the 228th online meeting of Toastmaster Club of Lucknow. And now I'll just read out and just speak the mission of the club. And the mission of the club is to provide a conducive, supportive, and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Talking about general directions for the online sessions, ensure that you are logged in with your correct name. It will help us to identify you easily. All speakers and role takers are requested to add the name of their role next to their name. All the guests are requested to prefix guest before their name. It can be done by clicking the participants tab to rename yourself. You can do it. I'll just have a pause for 5 to 10 seconds or 15 seconds. Once done, I'll just move forward. Know when your camera is on and avoid doing any activity that may distract the speaker. Please mute your microphone except when it's your turn to speak to avoid background noises from interrupting the meeting. Please unmute your microphone and start your video when the Toastmaster of the day or the table topics master asks you to do so. Let the host and co-hosts handle all the controls. Now I'll just outline the Sergeant at Arms guidelines. Refrain from speaking about any religion, sex, or politics in a derogatory manner. Avoid interjecting the speaker when she is delivering a speech, evaluation, or report. Please raise your hand to volunteer during table topics session to speak. Look out for the green, yellow, and red colored cards on the screen. They will be displayed by the timer at the appropriate times. At the end of every segment, please cast your ballot when the host displays the polls on the screen. Now, I request someone on the stage who hails from Shahjahanpur, UP, working as an investment banker in Delhi, and he loves to watch cricket, football, and listens to music. Now, I would request everyone to please give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Nikhil, today's presiding officer. Toastmaster Nikhil, the stage is yours. Toastmaster Nikhil, are you there?
Yes, hello, Suraj, can you hear me?
Yes, now you are audible.
Okay, I sense there's some disturbance with the network, so please let me know in case I am not audible or visible. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, for introducing me, and thank you so much for filling in as the Sergeant at Arms as well. And a very warm good evening to all the people present here, joining in from different parts and helping us conduct this meeting. Although I see we still have a few people awaited, as especially the role players, but in the meantime, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you all in our meeting of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. And before moving forward, maybe we can just start with a quick round of introductions from the guests. So I understand we have guest Archana today with us. Guest Archana, request you to please unmute yourself and give us a brief introduction.
Hello, very good evening. And myself, Archana Singh. Currently, I am living in Sultanpur. I have completed a Bachelor of Business Administration (BBA), and right now I am a housewife and also a working woman. And there are 5 members in my family: me, my husband, my kids, and mother-in-law and brother-in-law. My husband is a eye surgeon. And about my hobbies, so my hobbies are listening music and learn new things, and एक सेकंड, 1 minute. Sorry for that. Actually, so my hobbies are listening music and learn new things. That's all about about myself. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Archana, and on behalf of the Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, I warmly welcome you to our meeting today, and I hope we would be able to add some value to the time that you are putting in today. And thank you so much, everyone. I see we have only one guest, and uh, moving forward, uh, just to reiterate the mission of the Toastmasters International, that is, we provide. Okay, I lost it. So for Toastmasters, I'll just reiterate in my own words that it's a safe and supportive environment where we learn from each other and try to become better speakers per se, and at the same time have a lot of fun in our meetings. So today we have Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Suraj, who would be sharing a story, a real life event, a real life achievement. I would rather say that he has achieved of late, and just like the Toastmaster of the Day session he took when he did his first bungee jumping. Today he is going to share something very exciting with us, and I am personally looking forward to it. And every time Toastmaster Suraj takes up the stage, and especially the Toastmaster of the Day session, the way he conducts the meeting, the way the insights that he shares are always fascinating, and I've always enjoyed whenever he has taken such role. And I'm really looking forward to it. And with that, I would like to call upon the stage our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Suraj, seasoned Toastmaster, and probably the backbone of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, as I always call him, and someone who always shows up whenever you need him, someone who is always there whenever you are not there, and someone who has taken multiple leadership roles in our executive committee for past 3 or 4 cycles at least. He has represented Toastmasters Club of Lucknow at area level in different contests, and currently is also serving as a VP Education of our club. With that, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Suraj, our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. I'm flattered, I would say. And before I move forward, I would wish Toastmaster Dev, first of all, a very happy birthday. And I just want you all to know that we have already completed 5 years as a Toastmaster Club of Lucknow, right? On 18th of March. And on this occasion, I would just appreciate the present members and all the founding members who have been through thick and thin of this Toastmaster Club. And that's really amazing to be the part of a club who which has completed the 5 years. Now moving forward, of course, I think my theme or the flyer must have fascinated so many people, and I think every time we go out, or every time earlier, like I was just struggling to find out any particular theme, but I think the theme is in everyday activity. Every day, every traveling, every travel can become a theme, every activity can become a theme if we really observe upon that. And it's really amazing. And in over the last 6 months, I have been very much into adventure, right? And that's not just doing the rafting. I just went through rafting course, basic and intermediate, and I'm also looking forward to having the next version. And that and every time I just go for the course or just do the rafting, I don't think that it's just a coincidence, because the Ganga river, I do feel that even my village is situated on the bank of Ganga river in Bihar. And I do have personal connection with the river, as we all know that our culture represents river as a mother, and I think that bond I share. So this time too, in March. The very first week, I went to Rishikesh, and almost 5 days I was in the water for 4 to 5 hours. I mean, not just in the water, of course, I was in the raft as well, learning so many techniques under the guidance of some experts, and how to self-rescue, how to use paddling, how to use, though most of the things are basics, but when they will taught you with the mindset of that in future you can be the part of any like any kind of activity which are required. So this time while doing rafting for almost more than 40-45 kilometers, and I have done that the same route for 3 times, Koryala to Rishikesh. And while doing that, I realized one thing, and that was right. And just let me ask you, when we look at the life, do you really think that we have just simple, and whether it's emotion, whether it's incident, whether it's anything, life has its own meandering path, right? Or if you put it on the graph, sometimes happiness, sometimes sadness, sometimes struggle, sometimes challenges, everything. And thus we follow the meandering path, exactly like a river in the mountainous region, right? And that is something which fascinated me a lot. And and the structure especially of the Toastmaster Summit, which are like we have first prepared a speech segment where we have two speakers. One speaker may join late, so that will be handled accordingly. And the second segment, one of the most fascinating, where even guests are requested and encouraged to participate, that is table topics session. And third segment is where we believe in the feedback is the breakfast of champion. And based upon that, we'll have our evaluation segment where a speech will be evaluated and overall entire meeting will be evaluated. And for that, today we have G, the general evaluator, who is none other than Toastmaster Nikhil, whom I have already introduced. So I'll request Toastmaster Nikhil to come forward and introduce your team. Toastmaster Nikhil, are you there?
Yes, Toastmaster Suraj. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, for handing over the stage again. And so today I am the general evaluator for this meeting, and as the general evaluator, my responsibility would be to evaluate this meeting and everything, every event that would be happening in this meeting, starting from when the meeting started to how the meeting was conducted, how the role players played their roles, their respective roles, the speeches, and as well as the evaluations. So I would be evaluating all and everything in this meeting. And to help me in that, I have a tag team who would be taking care of certain different roles, starting from timer, counter, and grammarian. And to fill in these roles, I have timer for today's meeting, that is Toastmaster Dev. And to give a brief introduction, I would like to call up Toastmaster Dev on the stage. And obviously, the birthday boy for today's meeting, Toastmaster Dev, a very happy birthday to you. And Toastmaster Dev has been a Toastmaster for over 2 years now. Someone, as I had already mentioned in his birthday greetings, that he's someone who is always there to help you. And every single time you have a role not taken, he's the one who raises his hand up and takes up the role. So he's always there to assist you, to help you, and also the winner of Toastmaster of the Year award. And at the same time, he has served uh, as he has served in different roles in the executive committee, starting with president, VP education, VP membership, and more. Currently, he is pursuing masters in computer applications from Graphics Era University in Dehradun. And with that, I would like to hand over the stage to you, Toastmaster Dev.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. For someone who forgot to wish me at 12 and someone who still forgot when he was addressing PO address. And now, thank you so much for the kind, and I will be keeping the track of the time. Starting with, we have the first speaker, who is Toastmaster Jess, who is going to deliver his icebreaker speech for today, for which the timing is 4 to 6 minutes. I will show the green card at 4 minutes, as you can see on my screen, the yellow card at 5 minutes, and the red card at 6 minutes. There is 30 seconds of grace period on the upper side. For the table topic speakers, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. I will show the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. There is also 30 seconds of buffer period on the upper side. For the evaluators, please note you have 2 to 3 minutes. I will show the green card at 2 minutes, the yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card at 3 minutes. There is also 30 seconds grace period on upper side. I request everyone to please be mindful so you will be eligible for the awards. And now will be back with my report at the end of the session when called upon by our gender evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster Nikhil, for the further proceedings.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Dev, for describing your role being the timer of the meeting. I am the next role player of the General Evaluators team, and I am the AHA counter of today's meeting. Being the AHA counter of the meeting today, as the name suggests, I'll be counting your AHAs. But that is not just it. Being the AHA counter, I even will be helping you all with all the crutch words that we use while we are speaking. These are also known as filler words, wherein these words includes so, well, like, that, but, and these words usually come in when we are not sure what exactly is to speak next. Whenever we use these, wherever I throughout the meeting will be listening actively and will be noting down all the counts. A small suggestion before we go ahead to reduce these words, take a pause if you are not sure what to speak next. Take a small pause. In that specific time, your mind will arrange the next sentence, and these pauses actually reduces the aha counts as well. So whenever you are not sure what to speak next, or when you are nervous, instead of going ahead, breathe, take a pause, and then continue. So that was all from my side. Being the account of the meeting, I'll be presenting my report whenever the journal evaluator calls upon. Journal evaluator, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi, and apologies, I had some technical issue. So, we have already introduced our timer for the day and our counter. Next up, we have grammarian for today's meeting. Today's grammarian is someone about whom I have heard a lot, and another seasoned Toastmaster about whom I know that she has mentored a lot of people, and a few are present here in this meeting itself. And someone who I myself really want to know, and since she has taken the role at the very last moment, I would request Toastmaster Smriti to please take up the stage and give a brief about the grammarian role. Over to you, Toastmaster Smriti.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. Well, as a grammarian, today my responsibility is to pay close attention to all the speakers. Now, speakers who are going to speak today, irrespective of our roles. I will try to listen very carefully to the language usage. Once the meeting is over, once called upon by the general evaluator, I'll present my observation. Now, the best part about a grammarian is also to present the word of the day. Today, I am here with an adjective. The word of the day is indomitable. I'll paste the word in the chat with the right pronunciation. Now, please understand, indomitable means something which is impossible to defeat. Now, why this word is important to use in our regular life within and outside Toastmaster? As a speaker, we all face moments of hesitations, we face self doubt, or sometimes we just forget our lines. So, being indomitable means we rise above those moments and we keep on going. So, for example, you can use it in a sentence like, an indomitable speaker does not fear failure, they learn from it. So, I challenge everybody to use the word at least once while you take the stage, and I'll be back once called upon by the general evaluator towards the last leg of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you, Toastmasters Pruthi, for the for a brief about your role. And at the end of the meeting, after the speeches are conducted, the table topic session is done. I would be calling up my tag team to share their reports. At the same time, I would also be sharing my report with you all. Also, I would be calling up the evaluators, the speech evaluators, to evaluate the respective speeches as well. With that, I would like to hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Suraj.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil, for introducing your tag team and putting across your respective roles in a very clear way. And now I would just ask a simple question that how many of you have ever been in any adventure activity, or specifically talking about today's theme, rafting? Like any one of you, if have you ever done it? Okay, it's all okay. Even if you haven't done it in a literal way, you are already doing it in a figurative way. Okay, so Jash Singh has raised his hand. Toastmaster Jash, do you want to say something?
No, I just was raising my hand to tell you that I have done rafting.
Okay, so
Answer your
it must
question.
so today's theme is for you, but I will ensure that it is going to be relatable for each and every one of you, right? Because every one of you is already in a raft, and you are just flowing with the life, right? And that's how we just sit in the raft and flow in the water river. And uh, I'll just think about a child, right? And or even our childhood. Whenever we used to think of something, we used to say that if I become an adult, or if I just get, a bit like after some times, I will do any particular thing in several ways and other things. Like we used to think something big without considering any other aspects of life, right? Because we really didn't have that much idea about the difficulties, the challenges, the different emotions. Because the childhood is the best moment to live, and without any pressure, just you are living the life. Exactly, that happens when we are on the bank of river and going to do the rafting, right? And we think that, oh, it's just a still water, I'll just sit in the raft and I'll just flow, right? But the rapids begin, right? And for your understanding what is rapid in the water, in the river, it's a series of high waves which gets created at the point of twists and turns of the river. And also at that point you will see that river is going downwards a little bit, right? And that series of waves for a 100 meter or even for 50 meter, that distance matters at the point, right? Distance may vary at different rapids. So where you can see that this is how we have challenges in our life as well, right? And challenges may be anything, failure in any interviews, in any exams, or any contest, etc. Flaws or any fear, it can be even fear, right? So basically the rapids are the challenges of our lives. And I'll tell you one story that whenever we consider or we just try to recollect something, we really don't remember the story, what happened in the still water, right? The way we are just living in a very simplest way, we really don't remember, right? We really remembered what happened in the rapids. Just as in our real life, we remember that what happened when I was just going through that particular challenge, right? Whenever we were facing some situation which were quite difficult for us. So that is something what I realized in the rapid. Because rapids throws every kind of challenges, right? It tests your metal in a multiple ways, and that too when you are getting trained at uh, rafting. And it's not just about rafting, as a guide and even as a person who will have to rescue somebody in future in any kind of calamities, especially flood, right? So that really becomes so fascinating and again challenging. So they test your balance, rapids, right? They test your courage and your teamwork too, right? The successful meeting of a Toastmaster club also is an very good. It's an epitome of teamwork. And that in a raft where 7 members or 8 members, they in a very good sync, they move forward and they move back in the water, and that is also tested in the rapid. And rapids, as I have mentioned, that it can be of failures and teas. And rapids very well known to throw uncertainties at you, because at some moments in the rapid it will just throw you outwards, or it will also just capsize your raft. And again, the when the raft capsizes, that's the moment your every skill will be tested, whatever you have learned, right? And moving forward, I'll come to a point that today we have our speakers. And for today's speakers, we have evaluator, uh, Toastmaster Asmurti, who has already been introduced, but I'll take a few seconds to introduce her again. And she is a certified soft skills trainer, mentorship specialist, training content creator, and seasoned B2B enterprise sales professional with over a decade of experience. Her Toastmasters journey reflects purposeful leadership, having served in key roles at both the club and district level. She is also the club mentor of Toastmaster Club of Lucknow, and she has been a very great leader, and she is also learning, and she is someone currently exploring her humorous side through her sixth pathway. And she has represented her home club at area level, division level, and district level contests across multiple speeches. For she has recently achieved podium finish and the first runner-up at the District 92 Table Topics contest. Now I would request Toastmaster Smriti to come on the stage. And
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj. Yet our first speaker today is Toastmaster Jesh. Toastmaster Jesh is going to deliver his icebreaker speech. The purpose statement is, for this particular project, the member will introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speaking. The speech length is 4 to 6 minutes. And over to you, Toastmaster Suraj.
okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Smriti. Okay, Toastmaster Jash. Discovering Jash through his hobbies, Toastmaster Jash.
Jesh. Whenever people hear this name, there is this tiny pause where people's brain go like, I have definitely heard this name somewhere. Where have I heard it? It does ring a bell. Somewhere in the news headline, I'm definitely, oh my God, don't tell me you are related to Jaish-e-Mohammed, that terrorist group in Pakistan. Are you an undercover agent? And all my life, trust me, has gone into saving the reputation of my name. No, Baba, I'm not dropping any bombs. I'm not torturing anyone. I'm not breaking any bones. The only one I'm torturing is my dog, Leo. The only bombs I'm dropping is love bombs to Leo. And the only thing I'm breaking is the ice with this speech. Hi, I am Jayesh. So you know the basic details. I have shared where I grew up, what was my education like, where I'm working, what I'm doing. Let me tell you something. What you will discover about Jayesh once you really get to know him through his hobbies. Since school, he's taken interest in a lot of different activities. Well, let's see. He loves to stay active. He has been a sports enthusiast in school. He has played almost every sport. And recently, football has eclipsed all his interest in other sports. He's really focused into football. He has monetized that sport as well. He has set up a multi-sports facility also where others can come and play. He's also loves reading. He's a voracious reader. He loves reading business books, self-help books. Recently, he started reading Hindu editorials also. He thinks it makes him look smart. But spending 1 hour on those pages, I don't think that's justified. For the longest time, Jayesh thought that this mark right here, I don't know if you can see it, he thought that this mark gave him superpowers like Harry Potter. He thought himself to be a wizard like Harry Potter. So he went on to learn some card magic during his school days. And those card magic tricks that he learned was amplified by the ICANN conference. So there was this ICANN conference that happened in school. During this conference, they were asking young talent to come on the stage to show something, to show some talent, and there were some other multi-purpose business activities also happening alongside it. So one of Jesh's friend was like, "Hey, this guy does magic. You should call him on stage." And that host he did. I went onto the stage unprepared, unwittingly. I had to do something in front of the entire school, and I did. I fooled everyone. Sorry, Jesh fooled everyone, and I was shocked to see, oh my God, what he has done. And since then, he has really picked up his passion for that art. He tells me it was the reactions that he really liked that really fueled his passion for that art. He loves playing the guitar also. In the latter part of the school days, he picked up guitar, but right now it's just taking rust in his room. And he sometimes pick it up when he's high. Jay also, the other day, Jess told me that, hey, look at this. And I'm like, what is this? Dude, imagine he's taking Spanish lessons. There's a running streak of 566 days. I don't know, but that is impressive, but I don't know how long that is going to last. Considering his hobbies, some are abandoned, some stay active. Well, I don't know about that. Jayesh has found this new interest in public speaking. Recently, he started working with the communication skills, watching some videos, and this has piqued his interest in public speaking. He tells me that, hey, my family is into politics. Public speaking should come to me naturally. I mean, it should be in the genes, right? And I'm like, no, dude. Public speaking cannot be inherited. It is a skill that needs to be honed. And you need to join Toastmasters. Toastmasters International is the right platform for you to hone this skill further. I told him, you will find a safe environment here where you can practice, you will be guided by the right mentors, and you will be set in the right direction. So he has joined public speaking skills, the Toastmasters Club, to hone this skill. And it is your job to make it fun and interesting for him, to keep this forum engaging for him. Who knows, he might abandon this too. So in conclusion, I would just like to say that Jayesh, while he has taken up a lot of different hobbies along the way, he has abandoned some. What he does with public speaking skills, we don't know. We'll just see if we'll see the live documentary of him, and we'll see that if what he has done with that skill, whether he has been able to monetize this skill or not. Well, he tells me that I'm like, what do? You were preparing everything. You take up more work, a lot of skills, a lot of hobbies. He tells me that each new hobby, each new activity, each new knowledge that he gains gives him a fresh perspective into these new challenges and these new changing times. He tells me that each new hobby will give me a specialized skill skill set to tackle any challenges, to face any new changing times with a position of strength. Good luck, Jayesh. Thank you.
Wow, what a speech. I request everyone to give Jayesh a huge round of applause for such a wonderful speech. And of course, no matter what, I mean, your name is beautiful, and definitely you have joined a very right platform to enhance your communication skill. And you proved that this is a skill which can be worked upon very well. Now, moving forward, I'll ask Toastmaster Jayesh directly. Jayesh, when you were going to, okay, Toastmaster Dev has raised his hand.
Yes,
Do you want to say
Toastmaster,
anything?
before moving forward, as Toastmaster Jazz delivered his first speech, I request everyone to please give him a standing ovation as we do in our
Yes,
Toastmasters.
yes, of course. I would request everyone to give him a standing ovation as this is his first
It's all right.
his icebreaker speech. And
I'm
once
not
again,
turning on my camera,
congratulations.
but I'm standing Toastmaster Jayesh. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations, Toastmaster Jash, for just hitting the first speech. And okay, now I was just asking a question. When you started, when you were going to do the rafting, did you, or even could you have said the guide that I will not go through the rapids?
No, I wanted the water to come and fall on my face. I
Okay,
wanted, and I
you
think
wanted.
yeah, and I wanted to sit in the front so that
Okay.
the water falls on my face, and I think that is the entire fun of it. And I think it was just Three Blind Minds, that rapid that I really enjoyed, and I think I still remember that name of the rapid because it was memorable for me.
And do you really think that rapid is also dangerous and
Interestingly,
anything
I'm
can
getting
happen?
Interestingly, I'm getting, I don't watch like reels on Instagram, but I'm getting these reels where people are bungee jumping, doing sorts of different activities. And there are some videos that come up where people are actually, like, the entire boat is capsized and all, or submerged underwater, and some people have lost their life. So that is scary. I don't know. It's a very risky activity also. I don't know. I won't probably do it
Okay.
next.
So it totally depends upon the guide, right? And let me tell you what happens. I'll just take a moment to describe. So first, I would just say whatever I wanted to share. Whenever we go for the rafting, we cannot avoid rapids, right? We cannot avoid rapids. We have to go through that, and that gave me the acceptance of the challenges in my own life. Similarly, when we are born, right, when we take birth in this world, we cannot say that no, I will not go through the any challenges thrown by life at me, right? So as soon as you get into the river, you have to go through the rapids to reach certain distance. Similarly, we have to go through the challenges and obstacles in our life to achieve any particular goal, or even to reach any destination, etc. Right. Now, talking about the rapids. So internationally, there are 6 levels of rapids, right? Rapid 1, 2, 3. And it's increasing. As you go upward, the risk will increase. In Ganga River, you'll find the rapids up to the level of 3. That's why it's not, Ganga River is not that much dangerous when it comes to rafting, right? There is one rapid that's called the China Wall, right? That's called the China Wall, and the great, sorry, not China Wall, the Great Wall. It's called the level 4 rapid, and there is chances that raft may capsize at that rapid, right? And 4 onwards, if you're going to hit any rapid, your raft will capsize, no doubt. Level 4 onward, level 4, level 5, level 6, if you hit the rapid, your boat will capsize, right? And that's why you are trained whenever you are supposed to, like, if you go through the training, or the people who are really interested in exploring different rivers just by rafting, they learn it as a guide, they learn it, that all the skills, so that they can do the rafting, they can explore the rivers, and they become also as an asset of the society, which can be used during the time of calamity, right, especially the flood. So that is the main. And uh, after rafting, when I was just about to finish the rafting, you know, while thinking this, right, because the rapid going through the rapids gave me a sense of acceptance of everything I where I lack, or where I just face challenges in my life, even future challenges. I think acceptance will be easy. You know, that duration gave me this sense of responsibility, and that is something I highly appreciate about myself, because, and especially the guide, the course coordinator, and especially the activity, entire activity, because that has brought a shift, a positive shift in my overall personality about the acceptance of the challenges just by doing simple rafting. So, and so that is something I wanted to share. And next, I would say that in every raft you have a guide. Though I'm also trained to some extent as a guide as well, but especially, of course, it's my initial time. So whenever I was just doing the rafting, I had a guide, and there was a there was a moment when I wanted to push myself. I wanted to read the waves. I wanted to read the current of the river, not just by being in the raft, but also being in the water. Right. And then I requested my guide that please do let me know wherever you find river not that much risky and also not very low. Right. And then he told me, okay, I'll tell you. And he just wanted to teach me something which he didn't tell me at that time, and he just told me that, okay, go. And one, I just don't know whether it's a problem or whether it's a good thing in me, that if I'm learning something under trainer, doesn't matter if trainer gives me an order, or just he tells me to do something, I think I'm very quick in that. I will listen to him, and the very next moment I will be implementing that. He just told me jump, and I just jumped in the water, and the high waves was coming onto my mouth. Every time I was trying to move forward, the water was coming on my mouth. Of course, I'm a good swimmer, right? I'm a good swimmer, but the I was really struggling, and I was thinking that I have put myself in a hot water. And then my guide saw me that I was struggling. Then he just told me that put your head leftwards while swimming, and you can just imagine the waves were so high, and I was on the waves moving forward, and not just flowing, moving forward while swimming. So he at that moment told me that this is how you have to breathe in, because breathing is very much important when you are into the water. And of course, we I had PFD, personal flotation device, that always kept me floating. And but again, high waves is a very challenging to face, and how you have to breathe in the high waves, it's challenging. That moment gave me an idea, and the idea also applies in to our life life. For example, we need mentors, we need guide in our real life as well, not just in any activity or in any training. We are here, I mean, just look at the Toastmaster Club of Lucknow, just to bring it on the track in a very robust way. The way Toastmaster Smurti and Toastmaster Sankhya, Toastmaster Manvi, they have just come at the front, and the way they are leading, and the way they are teaching us, the way we are mentoring us. I think this is one of the, I mean, this is an example of how the guide, the mentor, teaches you something great to move forward in your life. So again, that moment was quite relatable with our lives as well. And I do think that having a mentor is one of the best things anyone can do in his or her life. And now moving forward, I have second speaker, and for that, well, like a rafting, navigating wild currents. I think, sorry, I have to, sorry. She has, okay, a speaker must, and speaker, of course. And next we have Toastmaster, Akanksha. And Toastmaster Sank has raised his hand. Okay. He has. Now I request someone on the stage. Am I up front? And presently serving as the district chief judge in District 124, Toastmasters International, and he has taken various club and district. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj. I think you're facing some network issue. Not an issue. Let me take it forward. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, for that. Like for your best effort. I think there is some network issue, but thank you so much for that introduction. Let me begin with my role as the speech evaluator for our target speaker, Toastmaster Akanksha. Toastmaster Akanksha will be delivering her second project of Pathways. She has chosen the pathway dynamic leadership. The second project is writing a speech with purpose. The purpose of this project is for the member to deliver a speech with an underlying objective or a set purpose. The timing for the speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. And little about Toastmaster Akanksha. She hails from Lucknow. She graduated from Saraswati Dental College, currently pursuing her MBA at SDA Bokani Asia Center. Before stepping into the world of Toast management, she worked as a marketing executive as well. And beyond academics, and professional journey, she is deeply passionate about singing, beauty, artistry, and community service. Someday, she also wants to launch herself as a singer. So without further ado, let me invite Toastmaster Akanksha on the stage. Toastmaster Akanksha, Origin of Life. Origin of Life, Toastmaster Akanksha, the stage is all yours.
What came first, egg or the hen? If you think egg came first, raise your hands. Okay. How many of you think hen came first? Raise your hand. Okay, none. Okay. So, answer is neither. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. To know why the answer was neither, let us travel back 13.8 billion years ago when the Big Bang happened from a dense, small, hot mass. Stars were formed, galaxies were born, and among the many galaxies lies our home, the Milky Way. Inside the Milky Way, around 4.5 billion years ago, Earth was formed. That primitive Earth was nothing like today. Imagine standing on that planet. No tree, no oxygen, fire everywhere. Life did not begin in comfort, it began in chaos. There are many theories around the origin of life, and the most acceptable theory among them is chemical theory by Oparin and Haldane, which states that around 3.5 billion years ago, Earth's temperature came down to 800 degrees Celsius. It was full of toxic gases like hydrogen compounds, methane, ammonia. Due to extremely high temperature, water was present in the form of water vapor. It condensed to form raindrop. It rained, and before hitting the Earth's surface, it again evaporated. This cycle goes on, and the hot boiling ocean was formed eventually. Volcanic eruption, cosmic radiation, UV rays, a radioactive decay, along with the high temperature, facilitated chain reaction in the atoms to form biomolecules. These biomolecules in the ocean broth forms simple organic compound. This simple organic compound then combined to form complex organic compound. This complex organic compound then form an aggregate. It contained cluster of nucleic acid, the primitive DNA. It has the ability to grow, to divide, and to sustain its size. That, my friend, was the first ever cell formed. And it is called eobiont or protocells. To test this hypothesis, scientists Miller and Urey conducted an experiment. They simulated uh, they simulated uh, they simulated similar primitive Earth's condition inside the lab. The experiment ran up to 18 days. After 18 days, the end product was found to be biomolecules, which tells us that in the early primitive Earth's condition, it was possible that the life could have been formed. And after millions of years of evolution, here we are. You, me, standing here. And sometimes I wonder how delicate and precious every life is. Deep inside every cell of our body lives the story of a common ancestor that existed billions of years ago. The next time, if someone's asked what came first, hen or the egg, tell them neither came first. First came change, survival, evolution. And after billions of years of struggle, chaos, and transformation, here we are. Thank you.
Great. Congratulations, Toastmaster Kansha, for delivering such an impressive speech. And I would request everyone to give her a round of applause for the speech. And I'm back again with the theme. Life is like rafting. And how many of you think that whatever I have spoken till now, it's quite relatable or relevant? And do you really think that you are also in a raft with different tools and trainings and you are living your life? How many of you think like that? Any response? Am I audible?
So, can you repeat your question once again?
Okay. So the question is, how many of you think that you haven't done the rafting, but you are also in a raft with several skills, techniques related to life, and you are also flowing in a river through rapids, which are challenges, right? Thank you so much. So, to some extent, or maybe to all extent, whatever I have spoken about the rafting training and skills, it's relatable to our real life as well. And I was talking about the guide who was teaching me how to flow on the high waves, ensuring that I have enough amount of oxygen in my body. I mean, I have enough amount of breathing, right? And that time I realized that in life too, sometimes all the situation doesn't require to be controlled. We just have to flow with the situation. We just have to be in the situation if that's difficult. And that was the moment that rapid taught me and the guide helped me. Similarly, we have like, if I'm really lacking at particular skill, the guy practice, the battlefield can be the Toastmaster Club of Lucknow, and guide can be right in here, and then I can learn whatever they are telling me, whatever they are teaching me, and I can learn it and I can practice it very simply. Now I'll talk about the fall, that sometimes in rafting we fall into the river as well. And I'll tell you a story about my friend when we were rafting, and just after, not after a rapid, just crossing the line where rapid starts. One of my friend, because of the jolt we had, because of the wave, he was just out of the raft, and immediately he went just below the raft, right? And of course, the raft moved very quickly on the other side, and then again he was uh, floating in the water. And that time his face was telling an entire story, a story of a scary, right? He was quite scared, and he was just telling, he wanted to come, because of course even he was not a swimmer, by the way, but again PFD helps you to float in the water. And he was scared because when he was trying to come up on the water, that time the raft was upon him, right? And he was thinking that the I have just stuck into the rocks, because even his leg his legs were touching the rocks somewhere within the water. And he was quite confused as per his story when he came in the raft back. And that moment, again, the teamwork, someone was paddling, someone was trying to rescue him, someone was also, and everyone was also listening to what our guide was telling at that time. So very well, that time that guide mentioned something powerful. He just told everyone that don't fight the river. No, not at all. Don't fight the river, and you just have to be with that, right? You are just supposed to know how to guide your body in the water, so that you can keep yourself away from the rocks, away from any particular obstacle which can hit you. And again, that moment was quite important for me as a learning as well, because even in life, I don't think that every time we need to fight anything. We don't need to fight any emotion we are going through, or any particular challenge. We just have to look at it, we just have to see it. And uh, thus I think at the end of the ride, when I even right now look back upon those moments, I think that those moments were insightful for me. And one moment I want to share with you, that when it was just few meters left to do the rafting, it was just resting time. I was just like sitting in the raft, because it was almost fifth day, and we have been learning. And of course, after 5 days of training, you feel exhausted. And that day I was also, I think I could have swam, I think, uh, and then I just felt, my eyes teary, just because I was having a reflection. Just because I was seeing the entire journey in the river and the way it took me. And most importantly, connection I felt with the river. Because as in the beginning, I have mentioned that every time I'm in the water, not just coincidence, it's a and I have that connection to feel that connection, and I'm doing that really love is being poured upon me by the Ganga. With this, I request someone on the stage who will be taking up the role of and she is a biotechnologist turned into psychology enthusiast, pursuing PhD in training and development from ISTD New Delhi. Keen interest in live interacting with people and making friends and giving surprises. She has been very instrumental in Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, and now I request Toastmaster Manvi to come on the stage and please take up the role.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, for that crisp introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Before I start the table topic session, I'll request all those who are hidden behind the cameras to please come on camera. Because I only can see three people on screen aside of me. So I'll request all those who are comfortable and can be on camera to please switch on your cameras. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jayesh. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. Can we also have Toastmaster Bharat and Toastmaster Akansha on screen, please? In the meantime, I can see all of you are members here. Still, the table topic session is all about impromptu speaking, wherein I, being the table topic master, will be giving you an impromptu topic on which you'll have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. The green card will be shown by the timer at 1 minute. The yellow card will be shown at 1 minute 30 seconds and the red card will be shown at 2 minutes. Please note anyone who speaks for less than 1 minute or more than 2 minutes 30 seconds will not be qualified. So please do speak till the green card and try to wrap your speech as soon as you see the red card. Also, the word of the day is indomitable. And the meaning of the word is impossible to defeat, discourage, or subdue. I'll request you to please, if possible, do use the word of the day while you are speaking. Now, I can see many people on camera who would like to take the very first topic. Because I can see all our Toastmasters. Okay, I can see Toastmaster Asankhe raising his hand. Toastmaster Asankhe, are you ready? Okay. Toastmaster Asankhe, after surviving a tough life rapid, how would you reward yourself? With food, sleep, or drama? How would you reward yourself? With food, sleep, or drama? Toastmaster Asankhe.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and all members joining from around the world. And if I had to, I just heard the last part of the topic, Toastmaster Manvi. Thank you so much for that. Well, if I am surviving something that was maybe a challenge or something wherein I overcame due to my indomitable spirit, I will say I will award or reward myself first with food, second with sleep, and no drama at all. So food or sleep will be my go-to thing, wherein it's just about ensuring whatever you do, you make sure that you uh, satiate yourself with respect to whatever you are doing, and that would be something I would prefer doing. Someone today asked me in the morning itself, what usually is your Sunday routine like? So my first question was, Sunday mornings are usually occupied with Toastmasters, wherein I'm meeting people in person, and on the afternoon at times are wherein I'm meeting my Lucknow Toastmasters Club of Lucknow members online, and maybe later in the evening is something I just felt this is my time wherein I satiate myself and people like beyond Toastmasters, like my family, my friends, wherein I might be meeting people who I maybe met almost a year back. So my way of satiating myself beyond food and sleep will be the people around me, connecting with them, making sure I'm energizing myself with their spirit, and making sure that that energy it becomes contagious, and I make sure again utilize that connect in a manner that we know as to how we have progressed over the past 1 year. Someone like Toastmaster Nikhil, who I am seeing almost after a month in our meeting. So this reminded me even meeting him. So I was recently planning a trip, because the last trip that we planned was somewhere 6 months back. So this is something that is long due now. So I'm just planning as to how I end this quarter, and maybe we might plan a meetup. So my way of looking at things or rewarding myself will be the people around me, and making sure that I utilize that connect and make sure that we are connecting just beyond that superficial connect. That's all from my side. Back to you, Toastmaster Manvi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asanke, for sharing how you will be connecting with all those who you are not in touch with from a long time and rewarding yourself with all those connections. Thank you so much. We would like to take the next topic, Toastmaster Jayesh. Okay, Toastmaster Jayesh, are you ready?
No, but anyway,
Still,
yeah.
I'll give you a topic. Okay, Toastmaster Jayesh, if you fall off the raft, what will you save first, yourself or your phone? If you fall off the raft, what will you save first, yourself or your phone, Toastmaster Jayesh?
Literally, if I fall off a raft, I would first save myself, of course. I think it's a no-brainer. My phone, I can always buy a new phone, and during over the period of my life, I have lost phones, lost a lot of belongings, material things. I think it's a life that you need to really save, and phones can come. You can buy phones, but you cannot buy more life. And once I get to the shore, I'll of course uh, get somebody. Uh, I'll probably meet someone, ask for his phone, get in touch with my emergency contacts, and then I'll probably save myself like that. And of course, I will also try to save my fellow friends if I can. I can swim, but I don't know if I can challenge the mighty Ganga River. And because it is an indomitable river that flows through the heart of the Parvati Valley. And yes, to answer your question in a simple manner, I would save myself, and I think any sane person would. And that is how I'll end my topic. Thank you.
Thank you so much for saving yourself. We would love to hear your speeches as well because today you broke your ice and we would love to hear from you. So, saving yourself was a good decision, not just for you, but for all of all those who are present in the meeting today as well. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jayesh. Who would like to go next? Toastmaster Bharat. Are you ready? You are muted.
Yes, I am ready.
Okay. Toastmaster Bharat, if you fall into a river during rafting, what will be your first reaction? Panic, scream, or enjoy the vibe? If you fall into the river during rafting, what will be your first reaction? Panic, scream, or enjoy the vibe? Toastmaster Bharat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manvi, for the topic. As a child, I am always fear of river, water. But in the COVID times, my father used to go to the river and swim. and I want to learn that skill. As my father is in police and he swims so well, he have make many lives. He has many protect many lives in the river. So I told to my father that I also want to swim like you. But father never have taken me to Ganga river. And when I will fall from the river raft, I will enjoy. Then I does not know the swimming, but I will enjoy it. I will be doing some of the steps of the Michael Phelps so that I will be doing some or another steps and I will be swimming further. This thing, that small thing, not screaming, not fighting, but enjoying the process. When we fall, it has been for something better if I has been fall. It is not that some or another thing is doing up. There is something better will be happen. May I learn swimming. May I learn to fight the challenges. May I learn to face a new thing that has not ever planned. These things I will be learning, and at the end, I will be enjoying my ride. Over to you.
Thank you so much for sharing a detailed description of what you will be doing and how you will be enjoying the process throughout without panicking, without being nervous, and actually enjoying what is there on that specific moment. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bharat. Who would like to go next? I can see all those who are off camera. Okay, Toastmaster Sangeet, okay, Toastmaster Nikhil, Toastmaster Kansha, Toastmaster Smriti. Anyone of you? If not, then I'll pick. Choice is yours, guys. Any which ways you'll have to speak today. Okay, Toastmaster Smriti, would you like to go next? Beautiful. Toastmaster Smriti, if your life had a pause button during tough times, would you use it or keep going? If your life had a pause button during tough times, would you use it or keep going? Toastmaster Smriti.
The way I see it, if you want a rainbow in your life, you got to put up with the rain. That has been my theory since quite young adolescent age of my life. I was introduced late to this button called pause. Why did not someone told me that I can hit pause? So if I can answer, my initial stage of life was about running that marathon and doing the things which are important for me without knowing that I do have the option to hit the pause button. So the 14-year-old me will never hit the pause button. She will try to chase the rainbow, to catch the rainbow. But later, with the adolescence, I understood that why I have to chase for the rainbow. And in case I have to make the rainbow, can I ask somebody to throw those colors to my life? That came when I met the first love of my life. The person I met when I was just turning 15, not so late. A tough age of my life when I was discovering crush, and at the same time, I lost my father. A quite disturbing time when I truly understood there is a definition, there is a word called pause. And soon after, I understood gradually I have to pause in life, be it emotions, be it success, be it education, be it career. And at the tiny, miny age of 15, I decided to pause. To pause and take all the emotions one day at a time. And now, when you ask me with the growing age that, hey Smriti, would you like to opt for the pause option or would you like to race with that running time? I'll say just pause. Pause, but most importantly, do reflect. What did I learn in this pausing state? And was that important at that point of time? So, again, to conclude, Toastmaster Manvi, shall I hit the pause button? Indeed, but it is a pause time to reflect. Over to you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, you will hit the pause button and how you will be using that pause to reflect and go ahead in life. Thank you so much, Master Smriti, for that beautiful take. Who would like to go next? So, Master Akansha. Okay, I can see a raise of hand from Toastmaster Suraj. Toastmaster
Yes,
Suraj. Okay, am I clearly audible to you?
yes, you're clearly audible.
Okay. Toastmaster Suraj, are you the let's stay in calm person or go with the flow person? Are you the let's stay in the calm person or go with the flow person, Toastmaster Suraj?
A mix of both. A mix of both. Because I have experienced at my workplace that if any assignment or if any work is given to me, then I get into the work and I really don't think about that how many people are supposed to be with me. I don't think about how many people are there to assist me, or I just don't think about anything else. I just think about the end result, right? And of course, end result doesn't matter, of course, but we have something in our mind that, okay, by 4 p.m. or by 5 p.m., I have to finish this job anyhow. And I just keep doing it, right? Once the job is done, of course, the satisfaction I carry afterwards, that gives me quite peaceful sleep at night. And I am saying that in that situation, once I'm given the job, I would say that I find myself in a flow. And whenever tasks are being assigned, I start listening to people talking around that this job I have to do, that job I have to do, etc. And I find themselves getting a bit problematic, not problematic, but they start getting a bit trouble, like they get annoyed, and I just relax. I just don't feel, and I just find myself very, very calm, and I really don't think about anything else. Right. So in that situation, I find myself very calm, and in in such situation, I think, and it's good. I don't think that I have to think much about that. And in the end, I would say that both of these things help me to regulate my mindset. That's it, right? My mindset really tells a lot about me. And that's all. Back to you, Toastmaster Manvi.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Mr. Suraj, for sharing both the importance of both the things, wherein you directly mentioned you are a mix of both, and even highlighted how both of these different aspects have helped you in different situations. So thank you so much, Mr. Suraj, for that. I can see guest Anushka in the room. Welcome, guest Anushka.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Sorry for
Good
joining late.
evening. That's okay, that's okay. So right now, just a quick brief. Right now, we are doing the impromptu speaking, wherein guests even can take part. I, being the table topic master, will be giving you a topic, impromptu topic, on which the speaker has to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. The green card will be shown at 1 minute, the yellow will be shown at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card will be shown at 2 minutes.
Okay.
Would you like to participate in it?
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Amazing. So, guest Anushka, have you ever laughed in a serious situation and made it worse? Have you ever laughed in a serious situation and made it worse? Guest Anushka.
I would like to say that it is a very impromptu action by a person to actually laugh at a serious situation. I haven't done that personally ever, but I do get serious when the environment is serious, and when the jocund company I get, I joke a lot as well. But in that situation, I haven't done that. But if I put myself out there, that let's say it happened, I laughed or I smoked, and it got the situation, the turned out the situation to be worse, or you know, just worsen the situation in a way that it is portraying me as a person who is not that much serious for the situation. So I would say it will be a pickle situation for me, that now I have to like talk and explain why I laughed. Let's say I laugh because I find it very amusing that this is a problem faced by a person, whereas I think the problem is not that great and I can solve it. And when I see the problem is so big and we have so much less time, so now what we are trying to do is trying to put ourselves in that time frame and work accordingly, and which is going to just put us in a pressured situation, and we're not gonna make it to the end. And when I find it amusing is, let's say the problem is very, let's say it is a something that depends on people to people, like if a situation has come up, and I'm not able to find any example right now, but I'm thinking that if some person says that this can be a very, let's say politically we are talking about, and that comes as a sarcasm, like if we remember the speech of Nirmala Sitaraman, is she said that people's role of I'm not trying to quote anything, but yes, she talked about Congress talking about corruption, so it made everybody laugh at that serious situation. So one that I can think of is that. So that's all from me, and I see that the red card is up.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for even being cautious about the timing. I know this is your very first meeting, and being the first time speaker, you did it very good. You took the topic in an amazing way, wherein you even shared the example, made all of us engage towards what you are saying. So, congratulations for doing that, guest Anushka. Who would like
Thank
to
you so
take
much.
the next? Thank you so much. Who would like to take the next topic? Do we have Akansha in the room? Toastmaster Akansha?
Yes.
Okay. Ready for the topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Toastmaster Akansha, what is the worst excuse you have heard in your tough situation? What is the worst excuse you have heard in the tough situation, Toastmaster Akansha?
That's very tough. Okay. I think the worst excuse I may quote would be, I forgot. Many a times we heard the this excuse that I forgot. Uh, I feel if you are a responsible person and you took the responsibility for it, there's not even a 1% chance to just forgot it. So for me, I feel is this particular excuse, and I can give you one example regarding that. that was my like wedding day, and I was that's the very special day for a person, and one of the decorator who has to set up the flowers, he said that I forgot that you made that demand. So I was very pissed off, and it was very much a situation. But yeah, thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Manvi.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for sharing the situation wherein you were pissed off as well, because I have seen you calm and smiling always. So thank you so much for that beautiful take and sharing. What is the worst excuse you have heard? Now, I can see someone who has been timing all these speakers. Toastmaster Dev, I would love to give you the last topic.
How can I be the last when we have the table topic master as well?
Okay, then second last. Then
Thank you.
I'll time you. Ready?
Just a minute, let me set up my camera.
Okay.
Because I was just laying off because I just have to do the timing off camera and now I have to come on the screen. All thanks to you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Are you ready now? Toastmaster Dev, what is better? Getting older or getting more cakes? Toastmaster Dev, what is better? Getting older or getting more cakes? Toastmaster.
Once in my life, I got this situation to choose something. And for once in my life, I can't choose the both. Because as you get older, you either get the diabetes or you either get BP problems, so you won't be able to eat as many cakes as you want. And now I have to decide whether I want to get older or I want to eat lots of cakes. If I am Toastmaster Manvi, I would love to take the cake one because she loves to eat cake on the occasional basis as well. Like if you want to eat something sweet, you would order a pastry or something. She ordered the whole cake for herself. I need that kind of dedication in my life, and that's why I I think that table topic master will going to choose the cakes. And if I going to say who is going to choose the older one, I see Toastmaster Nikhil here, who looks more younger than his age. So I guess he will choose that one. So he will look more younger again, and people are going to call him. What do they call him? PTP top. Okay, I will use that word. But if I have to talk about myself, I am going to choose neither of them because I don't like to get old because I won't be able to be as happy as I am right now, as I am going to be with the cracking knees and the back and going with a lot of pain as I see all my elder people here. And I won't be able to ask for lots of cake because I don't like cakes. Not that much, but on birthday, yes, definitely you can parcel me the cake, I will eat it, but not on the normal basis. So Toastmaster Manvi, if you are giving me the choice, please put noodles or Maggie in it so I can choose that one easily. Or if you are not going to giving me any choice and I can't choose the both of them, please take the cakes and get older. Thank you and over to you.
Thank you so much. You could have chosen cake and delivered it to all those who are present in the room. But nevertheless, thank you so much for sharing what exactly you love. So, guys, that was all from my side, being the table topic master for today's meeting. And I cannot see Toastmaster Suraj in the room.
Don't worry, you have to be the table topic speaker now. So you don't have to see him.
Okay, okay. And you will be giving me the topic?
I guess if anyone else who wants to give her the topic can take the opportunity. Maybe guest Anushka or Toastmaster Kansa, anyone of you would like to give her the topic?
Yeah, I can give, but it is more related to because I'm doing MBA studies, so I have a topic which is related to little marketing. If you're comfortable, then I can give it.
Gotcha. You can give it to her.
Okay, so tell me, according to you, uh, which is more powerful, emotional marketing or functionality?
Being someone who has studied science throughout my life, may it be in 10th or 12th, may it be during graduation or post graduation, I have zero idea about marketing. And when I heard that she is pursuing MBA and she'll be giving me the topic that is related to MBA, the very first thing I thought was, I have an end option on my screen. Why not to end the meeting and just move out of it? Because I do not know what to speak, guys. But something that I know about marketing, what I personally have seen being the consumer and being the audience, I would say, is the emotional marketing works more better, wherein you might have seen the advertisements going on, flashing all over your mobile phones, social medias, televisions, and now even on OTTs. What people relate more with is emotion. Instead of all those strategies that usually are planned by organizations, we'll do this, the next step would be this, the third step would be this. This is something that will never attract the attention of the consumer. But when the ad displays about the real life struggle that almost everyone is going through, may it be pollution, may it be uh, overspeeding, may it be any and everything that happens in almost everyone's life, that is more relatable. So I personally am inclined towards the emotional marketing, wherein I even buy things when I see there is a particular emotion attached to it. There is something that will help, that is helping that individual, even though I know that is all pre-planned, customized, and that is not real. But something that I feel that if that individual is getting help from that specific product, why can't I? And I, being the audience and the consumer, usually buy it based on the emotion. So I'm not sure whether the which is the correct way of marketing, but I, being the consumer and an audience, would love to go with emotion marketing. To guess, Anushka, what will be your take on which side of the marketing would you choose? Over to you.
I would choose both of it because emotional marketing is something that you first take on. And like as you mentioned, one brand that I'm not doing MBA, I'm preparing for it. So when you mentioned you're buying something and you're thinking of it help the other person, why it can't help me right now. So we see it in cosmetic brands, we see it all together that we go into Miniso and we hoard. So that is one thing. But the longer term, if we have given money to and if we want to think it in the long term, like we do in buying clothes, we do it buying utensils, we see it in daily life buying things which has lasted longer. So that is functionality actually. We see different brands, we see Dove and we see both Clinic Plus both. So when we see these two brands, these are actually brand cannibalism. These two are coming from the same parent company, but they are targeting different audience and they are making money. Why? Because their functionality according to the sector they are focusing is different. What they are giving to them is different. So when we see these kind of things, there we will understand that marketing is very important, but what actually hooks the client or the audience is the functionality. If you are familiar with these brands like Uniqlo, Muji, and other than that, you would know that these brands coming from Japan and the companies who are very cultured on making their audience the prime and the most important strata of their work, they focus on these kind of things. So that is why I put up these topics, because I wanted to tell you about these things and I wanted it to be a little bit fruitful in terms I bring diversity to the group. So that was the reason.
Thank you
You
so
did
much.
well.
And Thank you so much. And thank you so much for sharing the insights, how actually all these advertisements and all these marketing works. I being unfamiliar of it, got a little knowledge about it and would love to connect regarding the same as
You
well.
you know Apsara and Natraj?
Yes.
You know what are their parent company?
No.
They both have the same parent company. Apsara is for the elites and Natraj is what our fathers used. So they have the same parent company, but to capture all the market together, they marketed it differently. And they worked accordingly, like similarly. But people used to think, oh, I'm buying Apsara, so it's more premium. I'm buying Natraj, so it's not that premium. So this is
Thank you
marketing.
so much. Thank you so much for sharing that small GK knowledge as well, which I was not aware of, and we would love to hear from you in the coming sessions as well regarding the same. Now, coming to the next session of the meeting, wherein whatever we spoke, but what next? How can we improve? That is what this session is, that this session will be focusing on. That is the journal evaluation session. And to lead this session, we have our journal evaluator in the room who will be taking the session forward specifically. The stage is all yours, journal evaluator Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi. Please allow.
Okay, we allowed him a minute or so. So, just give me a second.
Yes, can you hear me, Toastmaster Manvi?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just had to set my camera because I understand a lot of lightning was coming from the windows. So thank you so much. So I understand we had a great meeting, and now as we are closing the end of this meeting, obviously we would be having the evaluation segment. I, along with my tag team, would be evaluating this whole meeting, the speeches, the evaluations, and the structure of the meeting and the conduct of the meeting per se. But before that, I would like to start with calling the speech evaluators to evaluate the respective target speakers, starting with Toastmaster. We're starting with Toastmaster Asankhya. So Toastmaster Asankhya would be evaluating Toastmaster Akansha. So okay, so I understand Toastmaster Jayesh went first. So starting with Toastmaster Jayesh's speech, I would be calling up on stage Toastmaster Smriti to evaluate his speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Smriti.
If confidence had a face tonight or today evening in this particular meeting, it would be this indomitable speaker who was standing virtually in front of us was Toastmaster Jayesh. What really stood out in this particular icebreaker speech, the reason why we term it as an icebreaker speech was the purpose of the speech, which is to introduce yourself to the Toastmasters Club in a structured way, which you understand as a speech. And congratulations, Toastmaster Jayesh, for meeting the project objective and to ensure that you are well within the structure and introducing yourself to the set of target audience. That what I understand and how I know Jayesh now from here. I know Jayesh, who has a very special place for Leo. I know who is someone very enthusiastic about sports, music, a reader, a dreamer, a wizard, a magician, and who is trying his hands on Spanish. Someone who is now aspiring to be a very profound speaker by joining Toastmaster. So I know Jayesh in a very wide spectrum of hobbies. A very beautiful part about the speech today, Jayesh, was you did while you were listing down the hobbies. I had this question popping in my mind. How is he going to take from here? Because now I have list in place, like I have the to-do list in place. Is he going to give me a lesson? You brought a very beautiful statement or a segment where you said, you addressed, I had a list of hobbies, but every time I look at my hobbies, it gives me a new perspective towards life. That was a transitioning sentence in your particular speech. You will discover more about the same gradually in your Toastmaster journey, the power of transition, and you did it quite well. The second aspect, which brought structure to your speech, was the power of pauses. You did pause at the right point of time. So kudos on doing justice to an icebreaker speech. Now, this is the first speech, you will learn about more regarding the structure, the gestures, the voice modulation, everything gradually. But 2 cents from my end, Jayesh, just to enhance your speech. One is your speech title. I'm a very big fan of speech titles. Don't give me everything in your speech title. Bring and create that curiosity that people will come and try to listen to you. What if I give something very interesting or challenging, like hobbies unfold or come and no Jayesh? Give something to the audience so that they will not come prepared, but they will come with curiosity. And second, with respect to the hand gestures, we always ask speakers to use hand gestures. I want you to bring pause in your hand gesture, Jayesh. Your gestures were quite loud to me. I was seeing your hands left, right, and center. Bring a balance. Overall, Jayesh, a good justice to an icebreaker speech with the power of transition and the power of pause. You will learn about the structure gradually, but let's bring a pause to the gesture and bring some curiosity with respect to speech title. Kudos to you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smriti. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smriti, for evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Jayesh. And next up, we have Toastmaster Sankhya, who would be evaluating Toastmaster Akansha's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Sankhya.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, and congratulations to Toastmaster Akansha for completing her Level 1 Project 2, writing a speech with purpose. Right from the time she started with a question to the time she ended drawing a parallel with this complex world, she kept the audience engaged. The best part was the way she started. The question, again, if I may say, that's a question that no one has a clear answer to. That is something wherein she made sure that she understands where the side of the audience is placed, whether we feel whether it's the egg or the hen that came first. So great job, Toastmaster Akansha, in starting in a manner wherein the audience was with you right from the get-go, to moving forward with explaining the Big Bang Theory extensively, wherein you mention as to how it's right from explaining simple organic compound, complex organic compound, to mentioning about how change is the only constant towards the end. The survival bit is the survival for the fittest, and evolution is something we all need to adapt, and how we evolve is something that is for us to make sure that we do. And the message came, like there was a underlying message to the overall speech that you delivered. So great job in terms of fulfilling the project objectives for the project. With respect to the delivery, I will say, even though you forgot, or even though you took that long pause, is like with respect to recalling the content, the best part is how you recovered and made sure that the message was never diluted in the first place. So great job in making sure that the comeback was even better, even when we were feeling that you might not be able to complete the speech, but you made sure that you had something prepared, and you did not get stuck, even with maybe you might have missed something, but that didn't come across to the audience at all. So great job in terms of making sure that your message is coming across, irrespective you might have missed a sentence or two. Moving forward to the content bit, at times I felt the content with respect to the explanation became a tad technical. So someone who might be coming from a non-tech background, we all have studied, at least I have studied science till standard 10th, but at times again I felt it could have been explained a lot more. What I say by explaining a lot more is something, maybe the message that came towards the end, when you draw that parallel as to how that like that Big Bang Theory is something, this world is something that is an evolution, and that you draw from that initial entire the content bit with respect to the Big Bang Theory that you explained. If it could have been a little more earlier, that message, that would have maybe connected a little more. That is one thing that I felt. So all in all, a great speech. Just the structuring of the oral delivery, wherein the message could be maybe intermittently placed with respect to how you explain the entire technical bits, that would go a long way in making sure that the audience stay connected with you throughout the speech. The delivery was great in terms of making sure your body language was speaking with you in sync. So great job. And the best part was, again, the way you recovered with respect to the delivery bit. So that's all from my side. Back to you, General Evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sankhya, for evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Kancha. And now I would be starting with the meeting evaluation and starting with my tag team actually, and would like to call up on stage a timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Dev Parashar, for presenting his report. Toastmaster Dev, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. And now I will be presenting my timers report. As you can see on the screen, today was our 228 meeting. We started our meeting right on time at 4. The speech session started at 4:32. The table topic session started at 5:06 and the evaluation session at 5:45. For our first speaker, Toastmaster Jazz took 5 minutes 39 seconds. Toastmaster Akansa as the second speaker took 5 minutes 30 seconds. And their evaluators, Toastmaster Smriti took 3 minutes 20 seconds and Toastmaster Sankhya took 3 minutes 15 seconds. For the table topic session, our table topic speaker 1, Toastmaster Sankhya took 2 minutes 10 seconds, Toastmaster Jazz took 1 minute 20 seconds, Toastmaster Bharat took 1 minute 40 seconds, Toastmaster Smriti took 2 minutes 10 seconds, Toastmaster Suraj took 2 minutes 20 seconds, Guest Anushka took 2 minutes 28 seconds, Toastmaster Kansa took 1 minute 28 seconds, Toastmaster Dev took 1 minute 42 seconds, and Toastmaster Manvi took 2 minutes 25 seconds. I kudos to all of you as you are all under the time and you are qualified for the awards. And I will tell you that being in time under the time or keeping up with the time is something that is indomitable. So kudos to all of you, and I hand over the stage back to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Toastmaster Dev, for that crisp and brief report. Next up, I would like to hand over the stage to our counter for today's meeting, Toastmaster Manvi.
Thank you so much, Journal Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Being the account of the meeting, I even noted a few things wherein Toastmaster Suraj during his Sergeant at Arms address was flawless. Toastmaster Nikhil, while doing the presiding officer, only had 5+ ahas. Throughout the session, TMOD Toastmaster Suraj has 5+ ahas. There was a filler word repeated multiple times, that was and there was one more repeat of a word right, which he was mentioning again and again. Coming to the general evaluation introduction, Toastmaster Nikhil had 3 ahas and there was a repetition of the word and. Toastmaster Dev, while the introduction of the timer had 2 ahas, I was unable to note my counts. But the grammarian introduction, while Toastmaster Smriti was introducing, she had 1 aha. Coming to the prepared speeches, our icebreaker speaker, Toastmaster Jayesh, had 0 filler words, 0 aha counts, and 0 pauses. Congratulations, Toastmaster Jayesh, for that. Our second speaker was Toastmaster Kancha. She had 1 and there were 2 short pauses in between her speech. Coming to the table topics session. There are The counts are visible on your screen. 3 of the table topic speakers were flawless. Congratulations to Toastmaster Smriti, Toastmaster Kancha, and Toastmaster Dev for being flawless during the table topic session. Now coming to the evaluation session, Toastmaster Smriti while doing the evaluation was flawless. Toastmaster Asankya had 4 hours and there was one word that was repeated 3 times specifically during the evaluation session, that was so. This was all from my side, being the counter of the meeting. Toastmaster Nikhil, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manvi. Thank you, Toastmaster Manvi, for presenting your report, your counter report. Now I would like to call upon stage Toastmaster Smriti to present her grammarian's report. Toastmaster Smriti, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. What we witnessed in this particular meeting today with the speakers was an indomitable performance of words and formation of sentences and whatnot. And being a good grammarian, I did something different today. I was actually indulged in making a note of the beautiful rhetorical devices used by each and every speaker today. And when I tell you, don't be surprised, we used more than 10 rhetorical devices in this particular meeting. I'll try to present my Grammarian report verbally, so please fasten your seatbelt. Today we saw usage of anaphora, which is the successive beginning, by Toastmaster Nikhil when he said someone who has X, someone who has Y, and someone who has Z. So the usage of someone repetitively was a true example of the same. To second that, we saw the same reflection in Toastmaster Suraj when he said how to use X, how to use Y, and how to use Z. And similarly, when he said, I wanted to, I wanted to, I wanted to, that was a very descriptive usage of anaphora in this particular meeting. While executing the T-mod role, Toastmaster Suraj used many metaphor and simile to bring a balance between live, rafting, and speaker, the Toastmaster meeting, a very good usage. We saw the reflection of analogy, which is comparison, where again our T-mod compared river with mother and compared life with rafting. We saw the reflection of epithet, which is adjective used to describe an individual, used by Toastmaster Nikhil while introducing Toastmaster Suraj. We saw hyperphora, where we question and then answer, again used by Toastmaster Suraj. We had rhetorical questions where it was needless to answer, yet used quite profoundly in the meeting. We saw the usage of hyperbole. We use it while exaggerating something, and we saw the demonstration too. Now, quickly to wrap it up, the meeting was a true testament for rhetorical devices. I can only encourage speaker to not only within Toastmaster, outside Toastmaster, when we bring those devices, it enhances the usage or the choice of word. It makes us a good speaker and also enhance our vocabulary too. So congratulations to each and everybody who made the right usage of the English language. The word of the day, definitely the usage was minimalistic, but let me give shout out to Toastmaster Sankhya, Toastmaster Jayesh, Toastmaster Dev, and thank you Toastmaster Manvi for pushing the speakers to use the same. One suggestion if I would like to make is something in repetition to our R counters report. Because of the usage of so and, the sentence formation was too long for us. If we can either replace these terminologies or try to remove the same, we can make or put our sentence, our thoughts in a very short, crisp yet effective manner. So let's make the best usage of the English language, and that's it from my end. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smriti, for such a detailed grammarian report, yet crisp. And I honestly didn't realize when I started the general evaluator. When I started the introductions, that I would be having such a seasoned tag team today. I didn't realize it back then, but now I realize that I have Toastmaster Manvi, Toastmaster Dev, and Toastmaster Smriti as my tag team. So it's just a huge perk for any general evaluator. So thank you so much, my tag team, for presenting your reports, and I hope the members, the participants would have taken their notes and would be implementing the same in the coming meetings. To present my my evaluation report, I will start with the start of the meeting. We started 5 minutes late, which I believe is just fine, not a big issue. However, there were some role players and participants were missing when we started, but the good thing was they joined in as the meeting progressed. Our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Suraj, filled in as the Sergeant at Arms because we did not have our Sergeant at Arms present in the meeting. He did a great job. He started the meeting on the right note with a good, I would say, outline of the theme that the Toastmaster of the day, eventually again Toastmaster Suraj, would be presenting. Moving forward, we had the PO brief and PO address, and the Q could have done better, in my opinion, since he missed the mission of the Toastmasters International. At the same time, also missed mentioning the number of the meeting and a couple more things. So then next we had Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Suraj. As I already mentioned in the PO address, that he's someone whenever he brings up a new topic, a new session, he's just so enthusiastic about sharing stories, about sharing his opinions, that it's always a pleasure to hear to him, to listen to him. And once again, we had a great session today. I really loved the way he took up this theme specifically. I mean, not just sharing his experience, but the nuances, but the details of the whole experience that he had about the even the knowledge, about the rapids, the tides, and everything that he shared. I really never heard of it. So kudos to him for sharing, for taking it up this theme and sharing all the details, even the minute ones. Next up, we had the prepared speeches, two great speeches from two very new members, and I'm just so proud that we have these two members in our club. And Toastmaster Jayesh, I mean, from the very start, I mean, when he joined in as a guest, I could see that he had all the abilities to be a great speaker, and I was not at all surprised when he delivered that speech today. And then again, we had Toastmaster Akansha, someone who started her journey with a little bit of nervousness, I would say, but the speed that she has picked up since then is just amazing. And goes to both of you for delivering such beautiful speeches. I really do not have any recommendations per se, because you were evaluated by two of the best evaluators present in this meeting, Toastmaster Smruti and Toastmaster Sankhya, respectively. So I think the evaluations were spot on. I do not have as such a very anything that I would add to their evaluations, honestly. And then the table topic session was amazing, once again, led by Toastmaster Manvi, finally led by Toastmaster Manvi, I would say, because she had a complaint that whenever she nominates herself for the table topic master role, the meeting either gets cancelled or we have to, for some reason, hand it over to someone else. So I am happy that finally she got to play that role, and she did it to the best of her abilities, I can say. It was a very enjoyable session. I cannot evaluate all the table topic speakers per se, but a special mention to our guest Anushka, who, I mean, it was a brilliant take, the way you took up the topic and expressed your opinions. Didn't really look like you were a guest or it's your first meeting. So kudos to that. And uh, other than that, maybe one thing that we can work on is, obviously we are running late on time. So the T mod, whenever we see that the meeting timing is going to be extended, so maybe the T mod and TTM could be cognizant of the fact, could try to estimate it in advance, and on the basis of that can manage the content and the number of topics, which I think could have been done better. That is the one feedback that I would like to share. And then I think rest of the meeting went pretty well, especially the TMOD session. However, I do not see Toastmaster Suraj here. So that is a brief evaluation of from my side. Don't really have a lot of recommendations, as I said. My tag team was brilliant. I already mentioned Toastmaster Manvi, Toastmaster Dev were very crisp with their reports, and good thing they shared the reports on the screen so people can take the notes. Then Toastmaster Smruti's grammarian report was very crisp, very detailed, and just one more thing that I am myself guilty of it, that we could have used the word of the day more often. So that is something we should be more uh, we should take into the account, be more careful about. That is it from my side. Do we have Toastmaster Suraj in the meeting?
We do not have Toastmaster Suraj in the meeting, but I would like to take this over on his behalf,
Yes, please,
if you
please, Toastmaster.
allow.
Sure,
Thank you so
Toastmaster.
much. Thank you so much. So what Toastmaster Suraj initially was sharing and wanted to make us learn was to go with the flow, no matter whether the raft is going on the smooth river or it is the heavy seas, heavy flow of water that is coming our way. That is exactly what we do in Toastmasters. Toastmaster Suraj has some technical difficulties, and with we being together, we are steering this specific raft together. So that is how Toastmasters even work. And to steer this raft, we also have mentors, like he was mentioning, wherein as soon as you get difficulty, as soon as you stuck into a specific situation, they are there to handhold you, exactly like the coaches or the guides that are there when the rafting activity is going ahead with. So today it was a nice reminder that life is really like rafting. Sometimes smooth, sometimes messy, but it always gets better when we have the right people around. Hope that takeaway that Toastmaster Suraj wanted to bring in from his team reached all of you, and that was all from his side and from my side, being his proxy of today's meeting. I now would like to conclude this theme specifically and would like to hand over the stage to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Nikhil. Toastmaster Nikhil, the stage is all yours.
And thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi, for filling in Toastmaster Suraj's absence. And I understand we had a great meeting so far. Probably the guest would be in a better position to answer that. And hence, I would like to request we have guest Anushka. Guest Anushka, any feedback, and how was your experience with us?
My experience was very great actually, and when I came here, I was wanting exactly like, what is this? Okay, so I have to mark it.
No. Okay, probably you would have received the polls, so you have to submit
Oh,
your vote as to the best speaker and best role player polls.
okay. Oh,
So all
I'll
the
take a time.
members,
I'll take one or 2 minutes while doing this.
yes, please. So I would request all the people, all the participants in this meeting to please cast your votes. The polls have been launched for the best speaker and the best role players.
What is Eagle Eye role player? And
It's a term for the role players, the best role players. So basically, we have Eagle Eye role player and Lionheart role player. So Lionheart role player consists of the main three roles. There is a Toastmaster of the day, table topic master, and general evaluator. Whereas the Eagle Eye roles include our tag team, basically the timer, our counter, and grammarian.
I have submitted.
Toastmaster Mani, please let me know once the polls are done. So yes, Toastmaster Anushka, over to you. Guest Anushka, over to you. You were sharing your experience and feedback with us.
Yeah, the first of all, the working of this community is very specific, and the way the grammarian taught us about the different thing and the flow that she had while explaining, like the fluency that she had, that was so great. And the I would like to say that the Toastmaster Manvi is very supporting, and she is very amiable, very genial kind of a person, and little understanding that she has about the people and the meeting itself, it was marking everything, like the grammar, the timings, the content, everything was marked. So this was a different kind of experience which I never had other than having an official encounter as such in meetings and interviews and GDs. That's what I had. But here, coming to you, having it as a form of practicing and conversating, and that too, it was very chilled, and I'm not marked in a way that it's going to affect my overall future. It's just bringing out a new personality in everyone, and I think it is going to be a superb thing for me to join in future.
Thank you so much, guest Anushka, for sharing your such valuable feedback with us. And I am really happy that you had a great time and we could add value to against the time that you have spent here. We do not have any more guests per se, so we can probably move to the recognition section. And Toastmaster Mandi, please let me know if we have received the responses to the polls.
Yes, we are ready with the certificates. I'll request Toastmaster Dev to please share his screen.
Toastmaster Dev, we are ready when you are. Okay, sure. So in the meantime, maybe anyone else who want to share anything, share your feedback, your experience, just to fill in this gap of 2 minutes, please feel free to unmute yourself. Toastmaster Smriti. So this is the first time I think we're interacting. I have seen you in other meetings. I'm not sure where, but earlier before you became the coach of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. But it's been a pleasure to have you here, and obviously, I have heard a lot about you from Toastmaster Mandi, from Toastmaster Sankhya, and really, it's a valuable addition that you chose to be the coach of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. So, in case the other members do not know, Toastmaster Smriti and Toastmaster Sankhya are the coach of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, and they would be guiding all of us to more success and more, I would say, to greater times together. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Smriti. Maybe in case you want to share your feedback for the last 2-3 meetings that you have attended. I was not there, so it would be very valuable feedback for me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. Well, I echo your thoughts equally and proportionately. That even though we had less or say zero conversation verbally, but always heard good things about you, and definitely our path crossed over chats because we are in Toastmaster. It's an honor and privilege, and thank you to Asankhya and Manvi to be specific that when we get such exposure to help fellow Toastmasters, because we are here for the learning purpose. Though we don't have the guests now, but I would love to add something here that Toastmaster meeting. Oh, we have Anushka. Anushka, are you here in the meeting? Yeah, I see her coming back. Okay. The best part about these arrangements, it is applicable to all the guests and Toastmasters. It always gives you a comfortable space. The way Anushka said that nobody's going to mark me, judge me, qualify or disqualify for an interview or something. That's the beauty of the Toastmasters fraternity that gives you a comfortable space. But here's the catch, it is the comfortable space where you can come to be uncomfortable. Come and experiment something new. Come and challenge yourself with something new. Do something stupid. Come and fail miserably. And that's what this club offers you. It gives you a platform, a comfortable platform to come and get uncomfortable. So here's your chance. Try to get uncomfortable right now so that you will not get uncomfortable in the real world. And this club gives that energy, and I love that part. So, Toastmaster Nikhil, that's my feedback for the TMCL meetings and the progress. I'm happy to be associated with it. Back to you. I think Dave is ready.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smriti. Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I really like the way you put it to Toastmaster to guest Anushka, and actually that makes a lot of sense to me as well. So thank you so much. And we have the certificates ready. So quickly jumping on to the certificates, we have best table topic speaker, and just in case anyone wants to take a guess, or else Toastmaster Dave, please reveal it. So who do we have? The winner is Toastmaster Asankhya and guest Anushka. Okay, congratulations, Toastmaster Asankhya and guest Anushka. So I understand there's a typo in Asankhya's spelling, but I understand he's not here, so that would be fine. But again, congratulations, guest Anushka, and can we please have you on camera so that Toastmaster Dev can take a quick snapshot.
My camera is on, but what do you want me
Yeah,
to
just
do?
a second. Nothing, now we have you on the camera and we have the certificate on the screen, so we will take a quick snapshot.
We would want you to
Toastmaster Dev.
smile. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anushka. And next up, we have the certificate for best evaluator. So we had two evaluators today, Toastmaster Smriti and Toastmaster Sankhya, and this is going to be a very, very tight contest, I'm sure. And let's see who is the winner. And the best evaluator for today's meeting was Toastmaster Smriti. Congratulations, Toastmaster Smriti. Can you please take a snapshot, Toastmaster Dev? I hope it's done. Next up, we have the best Eagle Eye role player. So best Eagle Eye role player. So among the tag team, let's see who has been the best role player for today's meeting. And the winner is Grammarian Toastmaster Smriti. Once again, congratulations, Toastmaster Smriti. And we will take another snapshot quickly. Okay, and then we move to the best Lionheart role player. So we had Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Suraj, then Toastmaster our table topic master for today's meeting, Toastmaster Manvi, best Lionheart role player of the day. So that concludes the recognition segment, and I would like to go back to all the participants once again if you want to share something, or else we can call the meeting for today. Most of the contestants have left. So in that case, since Toastmaster Suraj is also not here, as in place of the Sergeant at Arms, on behalf of Toastmaster Suraj, I would like to call off this meeting officially and would request Toastmaster Manvi to please stop the recording.